kiddies. So here we are with our first video for the 2017-2018 winter, and you know, the winter forecast I put out earlier this year seems to be panning out pretty good. You know, I was saying because of the weak La Nina that we were going to have actually a strong start to the year, and we did in December and at the beginning of January, and then we had this kind of January thaw period. And now the only thing that I would be changing, or I can't change it, but it looks like it might not work out right, is February. February looks to be definitely stormy and either average to slightly below average temperatures. In the winter outlook, I thought February was going to be warm and below normal snowfall, when it looks like February will be average or above average in snow. But we got a system coming up tomorrow, so let's talk about that. So we have the NAM model over here. And as you can see, this is the latest NAMs, fresh off you know, the 12Z run. It just came out around 10:30 this morning. You have your low pressure system over here over the Tennessee Valley, and it's riding northeast. It's going to approach the Mason-Dixon line, and then it's going to slide across the east. So you can see snow is starting to come in overnight tonight. Right here, you can see this is 7 o'clock in the morning, and it shows snow starting to come over the top of the Lehigh Valley, and it's going to start off light. Now this is critical for the sleep manometer, which I've been struggling with a little bit this year because I can't predict how administrators you know, determine what is acceptable and not acceptable for normal start time and everything. But I'll just give my best opinion. All right, it's going to be very difficult for them to make this call because you know, when they have to make their call, usually like around 5 in the morning, it's not going to be snowing yet. All right, so they really have to put the faith into the forecasters. This storm is coming. It's not going to miss us. All right, so you know, with the storm starting like around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, light snow. Next frame, as you can see, this is 10 o'clock, and it's starting to really pick up in intensity. Next frame. All right, this is 12 o'clock, where it's snowing fairly heavily in the Lehigh Valley. Keep moving on. Okay, I'm sorry, this is actually 11 o'clock. That last one was 10 o'clock. So this is 11 o'clock, move on. This is 12 o'clock, and you can see the upper levels of the atmosphere are starting to warm up. The purple shaded area here is sleet. The red shaded area, the pink, is freezing rain, and obviously the green is rain. So we have a long ways to go before the 32-degree line reaches us here on the ground. So I'm anticipating the change over to sleet to happen around 12, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Before that happens, I think we're going to have a few inches of snow. We're going to get to that when we're done. All right, but we are going to be definitely dealing with a prolonged period of sleet, and as you can see, freezing rain tomorrow afternoon. The next one, this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's just now starting to change over to rain. And then from this point on, you can see that it's just rain all the way through, and here's the low pressure system kind of cutting over, almost right over top of us, and then it dries out on the back side. We do have to worry about this 540 line crashing, and that's the freezing line. I'm going to get to that more in a bit. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about what cold air damming is, and this is the reason why we're going to have sleet and freezing rain. Here in the Lehigh Valley, we have Blue Mountain to our north, and then over here, it's not on here, but we would have South Mountain area right here. And in the middle, you have what's called a shallow layer of cold air. When the precipitation is over top of us, it is above freezing, believe it or not, 5,000, 10,000 feet up in the air. So the precipitation is falling as rain. And what happens is, depending upon how thick this shallow layer of cold air is, will those raindrops have time to refreeze into tiny little ice belts called sleet. It's not hail. Hail's with thunderstorms. Sleet is in the wintertime. If this is a thick enough layer of air, it's going to go ding, 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 and fall as sleet. If it's shallow, it won't have time to freeze in the air, but it will freeze on contact everywhere on the ground. That's freezing rain. And the reason why we have this cold air damming situation is because the mountains, you know, in the Lehigh Valley, trap that cold air into the lowest levels of the Lehigh Valley, and that's why it's so hard for this cold air to get out of here. Eventually it will come late afternoon tomorrow, but I think this is a reason why we're going to have a problem with sleet and freezing rain after our few inches of snow to begin with. So let's get to the map. All right, this is what my prediction is. All right, as far as how much snow we got here. All right, in the Lehigh Valley up through Easton, I'm seeing about 2 to 4 inches of snow here. Believe it or not, I should have wrote it the other way around. I think it's going to be closer to 4 inches in the western part of the Lehigh Valley and closer to 2 inches in Bethlehem and Easton. I think the changeover happens earlier over here than it does in the western Lehigh Valley. But as you go north and south, obviously the air is colder as you go north, and we have the changeover to sleet and freezing rain will be harder to happen because the upper levels of the atmosphere are colder, so it won't fall as rain changing to sleet as it falls. It's just going to stay as snow for a longer period of time up there. That's why I put 4+ inches up there. And to the south, the changeover happens earlier. I see less than 2 inches from pretty much Quakertown south of here. So that's the amount I see for today. As far as the sleep inometer, I'm seeing a 75% chance of no school tomorrow. The only reason why I don't have this number higher is because I know the districts, and this is where I struggle with my prediction with the sleep inometer, is do they try to get us in? You know, they like to make the call early, but maybe the districts might be like, let's get them in, let's get them out before lunch is served. That way the day counts as a full day. And so that's why I left a 25% chance that they get us in and get us out with an early dismissal. So 75-25. Now here's the thing. Remember I told you that 540 line was crashing through the area? We're going to have a lot of moisture on the ground. And it's going to be above freezing when those freezing rain stops, okay? As you can see from the map right here, okay? What's going to happen is you're going to have all that snow melt. And that 540 line crashes through, okay? Let's go back to the map. And then so what's going to happen here is when that 540 line comes, that's the freezing line, everything is going to freeze. All right, it's not going to be in the 40s tomorrow. It's going to be like 33 when it gets above freezing. It's not going to take much. So what I'm worried about is that it's going to, all the moisture on the ground is going to freeze up again. And I don't think it's going to be quite as bad as yesterday morning, but I do think that we're going to have some issues with this. So I put a 50% chance of a 2-hour delay for Thursday morning because of the flash freezes. We have a very exciting news to tell you that Scoop is going to be letting you know about. We have a new Bethlehem Weather Center. All right, and I believe Scoop is there right now, and he's going to tell everybody about it. We're always trying to make our forecast better. Scoop is always on the edge of getting the latest beat that's on the streets. I know he just came back from Minneapolis, you know, and he was all excited over there when it was like 5 degrees out there. He felt like he was at home. All right, so Scoop, show us what our new digs got over there.
Hey weather fans, we got Scoop Jackson here along with Cosmo, setting up some weather equipment here in the new command center here. This is fantastic. Let me just set this up real quick. A little bit icy, you gotta watch your step. We got some crazy weather coming. This has to be calibrated a little more. Just watch your step, Cosmo. It's a little bit slippery. So as we set this up, this is actually going to determine how much snowfall and ice we're going to get ahead of time. It's very predictive. This really doesn't happen very often, so this is something that really has to be set up. Cosmo? Cosmo! Doctor, tell me how it is. He just fell off of a roof.
He has classic Miller-B injury because of verga and upwelling.
I knew it. I knew it. Actually, I don't. What does that mean?
He has a lacerated larynx.
A lacerated larynx? What does that mean?
He has no voice.
Well, I mean, it's 2018. Everybody has a voice. I mean, that's really not nice to say. I mean, he's a person.
He has no voice.
Oh, like he can't talk.
No, cannot.
No. All right, here. He can use this. This is a dry erase pad. Here. You're gonna communicate through this. Through. Oh. Yeah,
He has gloves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put that. We're gonna have to take these off. We're gonna take these off.
And open.
Okay. Here's the marker. No, stop it. We're gonna. Okay. Here's the marker. Here. How are you feeling right now? Just write it on the pad. How are you feeling? What? I fell off a roof. What do you think? Oh, okay, so he has a little bit of his humor back. That's good. That's good. Okay, no, stop touching. How is it that you fell off a roof and only landed on your neck? I don't even understand how that happens. Just write it. Okay, it's me, Scoop. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I think a lot of the larynx is connected to some of the tissue. This happens sometimes. No. How did you? No, go to a blank page. How did you just land on your neck when you fell off the roof? Neck, because you.
Voice, no voice. You can't talk.
Just go to a blank page. That page is already written on this page. No, a blank page. This is a disaster. Freakish strength. A lot of you give him a lot of strength. I'm okay. This isn't the first time I fell off a roof. Okay, all right. This is the important part. Because of the traumatic injury, is there any way that you have some type of special power? He's in bad shape. Is there any way you have any type of special powers because of the injury? A lot of times, like, that's how superhero. I'm a little bit vocal. I apologize, maybe because you can't hear me because of the hat. Stop it! Do you have any special powers? Just write it there. Because of the injury. Oh, that's a disaster. You have to write it down. I can see 24 hours into the. Oh, this is. So what's gonna happen tomorrow? Are we gonna have school tomorrow? This is a disaster. This is a disaster. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Right here.
No, stop.
He's right here.
Okay.
The future.
So,
can you tell us about the future?
Can you tell us about what's gonna happen tomorrow? Just write it down on a blank page. Tomorrow. He's writing it down. This is important stuff. Superpowers. 24 hours into the future. Snow and ice. You heard it here first, folks. Cosmo, Scoop, reporting live. This is yours. Remember? No, it's the other end. This is a little bit ironic because you can't talk, but no, it's this end. Cosmo! I can't find him anywhere. Gosh, that guy's fast. Looking for Cosmo. I never know where he's going to be. He's got an injury. There he is. Cosmo! You're not outside, Cosmo. Well, I'll tell you right now, if this is any indication of what's going to happen, he's now making snow angels, which is probably a predictor on what's going to happen tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and be safe out there.